YouTube? This is Strident, and I am here to bring you some good news. Namco Bandai finally decided to actually make a movie about Tekken that doesn't suck, that actually resembles Tekken the way we all know and love it. So it's going to look exactly like the cinematics in the game. Actually, it's going to look like the game, which is freaking amazing. I know I'm a little bit late because this news came about, what, a month or two ago, something like that? Maybe a month. But, you know, I've had a lot of things happening in my life, including me almost getting killed. So, you know, forgive me if I'm a little late with my, fanboy news. But this is freaking amazing. We all survived Street Fighter the movie with Van Damme destroying Guile's awesome reputation. We all lived through Mortal Kombat 2, the movie. You know what I'm talking about? Mortal Kombat, what was it called? Armageddon or Annihilation? Yeah, that's what it was called, Annihilation. We lived through all the horrible Resident Evil movies, even though I have to say the first two are my guilty pleasures, but still, we lived through those. We lived through, before all of those, we lived through Super Mario Brothers. We lived through the horrible Tomb Raider movies. We lived through the Tekken movie that just came out. We lived through DOA. We lived through freaking King of Fighters. And finally, we get something that is going to kick the shit out of all of them. Now, I really hope they don't drop the ball, because if they do, yeah, it's going to be kind of sad, because it's going to make me look really stupid because I'm so amped about this. But you know me, I am a Tekken fan. Tekken that's my house. You know, if I can make a character of myself in Tekken, I would. But, yeah, it's kind of crazy that they finally came along with this movie at a time where, people have kind of written off video game movies, just like they do with movie adaptation, video game adaptations of movies, comic book movies in general. We usually think they're going to suck because there's only a few examples of these games or these versions of these iterations not sucking. There's only a few. Anyway, the juicy details are the movie's directed by Yoichi Mori, who's the same guy who directed Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 sick-ass intros. Now, those intros are sick, and you can follow them. They make perfect sense. But the directorial style is like, it's crazy. I mean, he uses angles that you rarely ever see in live action, but then he uses a lot of the ones that are common to live action, so it makes you feel like you're watching a standard movie, only when the action ensues, it just turns into something else altogether, The screenplay is written by Dai Sato, who wrote he wrote for Cowboy Bebop and Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. So, right there, Cowboy Bebop is one of the greatest animes of all time, period. Even the episodes that weren't as good as the majority of the series are still light years above everything else. So, I don't even care about Ghost in the Shell. I was never a Ghost in the Shell fan. But just to hear this guy wrote Cowboy Bebop stuff, hey, whatever. You could do it. He could do whatever he wants to do with Tekken, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. It's going to kick the shit out of everything else that I've named. So, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Because, like I said before, Tekken is my shit. I still play. I'm still got a 96% win ratio. And a 98 in Tekken 5, 96 with Law in Tekken 6. And that's online and offline. I think I have 10 90-something victories and 40 losses. And the majority of those 40 losses were to the computer. So, Tekken is my shit. I've been playing Tekken since I first saw it back in the 90s, next to Virtua Fighter 2. I literally quit playing Virtua Fighter 2 one day and jumped over to Tekken and never stopped since then. And Tekken has been consistently a better game than Street Fighter. They've been consistently making actual upgrades to this series. I mean, there's only 6 Tekkens, not counting Tekken Tag. And there's 20 or 30 Street Fighter games. So, the significance is more when you have less iterations because you have more room to make change. So, You know, Tekken, go Tekken. I have a couple you know, areas that are I'm kind of worried about. My favorite characters in Tekken are not just the main characters, you know? Like, if you're talking about Tekken as a franchise and as a story, I dig Kazuya and I dig the Mishima clan. They're awesome. They took the stereotype of the Japanese heroic main character and they flipped it and made him totally crazy and like something else altogether. And I love it because, you know, who would have thought that that would even be possible, especially at the time that they did it. Now, the part that I'm worried about, though, is my favorite characters in the game are Law, Forrest, Paul, and Lei. And, you know, I love the Law family because, realistically, how do you make a game with a Bruce Lee character and not make him the main character? I never understood that. Also, Lei is awesome because he's pretty much a Jackie Chan parody. So, and he's a cop. So, a lot of what's going on, it would be things that he would be somehow intertwined in. Paul is cool because Paul is that American fighter stereotype. More power, more power, more power. You know? Just pissed off. He's not always pissed off, but, you know, in battle he's pretty, you know, loud and ornery. And he's always trying to show off how powerful he is, you know? And he wants to win no matter what the cost. So he's an interesting character as opposed to the generic Japanese guy who just, power is everything. It's the exact same stereotype, except the way he goes about it. No emotion, barely any personality, because that was always the problem with Jin, is Jin had no personality. And I remember my brother and I saying that they need to make him a villain, and then he would actually be a cool character. And lo and behold, he's kind of a villain now. And then him, as opposed to Kazuya, who's like the most charismatic villain ever, next to his father, Heihachi. I mean, that's awesome shit. But I have the feeling that a lot of the other characters aren't going to be focused on because the tournament aspect is going to be played down. Because this looks like it's a lot of the drama between the G Corporation and the Tekken Zaibatsu. Now, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm still going to be happy because, you know, as long as the quality of this film is up to snuff, then I'm good. Because all I want is a good Tekken movie. You guys saw my Tekken live action movie review. And if you didn't, check it out. I'll have the link below. I was sad. To say the least, I was sad. Law didn't even act like Law. You got Kung Lei to play him. Yeah, the details are in that video. Check it out and you'll see what I'm talking about. But Tekken Blood Vengeance is going to be complete win, at least judging from what I see in this trailer. It's gonna be complete win. Now I want to know what you guys feel. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. Hit me up on DeviantArt, whatever, you know. Check me out. If you like what I'm saying, if you like what I got going on, subscribe, hit the like button. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, go Tekken, and I will talk to you later, guys.